Got my badge for Adobe Max. Hey, we out here.
Highway 101 north using the 7.
Yeah, so now I'm here in downtown LA, linked up with O, co-founder of Black Kids Travel, talking business. About to go to a coffee shop really quick before the speech. Stay tuned. Work. So how do you feel? Like you came all the way from London just to miss your speech because you wanted to get a hoodie with your friends.
I blame my neighbour in crime, the blondie over here, who thought it would be a good idea to go and get a hoodie that was too small for me anyway.
It's a cool hoodie, though.
It is a cool hoodie.
It's pretty sick.
It's very sick. I actually don't understand the back though.
I don't know what that is.
It says Max.
But
what is that?
It's like a
They
blob.
have a team of designers, and this is what we get. Why is there a little triangle
Because
here?
it's like Adobe. But
I can't see
Max.
it. But like, can you see Adobe Max in that?
You guys clearly
No.
don't have the vision.
I don't.
Okay. Osmo gang, we out here. So me and homie, we about to kick it in Ghana in a few weeks too. I'm gonna pull up on them. So we out here.
What date are you in Ghana actually?
I'm in Ghana November 22nd. Something like that. You be there?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect. Somebody that's trying to like be sponsored by Adobe, fly across the world and do all these things, like what advice do you, what do you give them? Like if you had to say like one thing that you learned on your journey.
To always have a mindset of playfulness when approaching new tools and be super curious and just try it out and don't not try it out because you think it's too hard. But be hands-on.
Well, I used to, but after I came back from
Thank you, brother.
And this kind of leap forward in realism and quality has been enabled by our long-term research.
I'll go ahead and send that in. I just think golden doodles are the cutest. Also, I would really love one personally myself. My husband's watching this and I've been subtly, not so subtly, hinting at that. So if you're watching this, I will say less. But anyway, I didn't have to go, I didn't have to search through like thousands of photos or anything like that. I now have this very cute, very adorable, anyone would want golden doodle. All right, the background has been removed for me. The fur looks really, really great. So I'm loving this. It's looking really great so far. I am noticing that mint green is a little hard to see the paw prints. The contrast isn't great. So I'm also just going to say, change the background color to be darker and less pastel. And again, so easy. All I have to do is just type in exactly what I want, and all that tedious work is just happening in the background for me. And I'm just hoping to get a little bit more contrast, right? Be able to see the background a little bit better. And Adobe Express has given me that dark blue background. Not only that, but I also have embedded controls. So that means I have this inline color picker that now allows me to select a few different options and really just take this to the next level. And of course, I can always shuffle the colors. I can get a
Now, another way that I love to add polish to my content is through sound effects, and I actually have a lot of fun creating my own. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going over to generate sound effects, and again, I'm just going to use a text prompt to describe the sound. I want a kind of camera shutter sound as each image pops in, but I'm looking for really precise timing with this, so I'm actually going to perform the timing to make sure it's just right. So quiet on the set this time, please. Click, click, click. Embarrassing, I usually have to sing that for some reason. Okay, so it's gonna take my vocal performance.
All right, so it's way more people here than expected. Like literally, it just seas of people, thousands and thousands of people here. So really wasn't expecting that. Pretty dope. Adobe spent so much money on this event. Just look at all these vehicles just sitting here with Adobe's branding on it. And then, like, look at the buildings. Every building has Adobe on it. It's like insane. Okay, so my time here in LA is coming to an end. It was an amazing trip, even though I was in the air longer than I was on the ground. But I learned so many things, and honestly, it's very simple. And just observing, right? They flew out some of the biggest creators in the world. Literally, they picked like 100 of us, and then we were in these groups, like a creator group for Adobe. But some of the concepts that I was learning is very simple, like I mentioned, but like profound. For example, the thing that everybody had in common in these groups is they were super creative. Like some of the people wore all these freaking expressive clothes, and when I seen their work, it was just inspiring me because they were literally being themselves, and that's the key. I feel like a lot of people online are copy and paste. When you look at Instagram, a lot of people are just copy and paste. They're just doing what the other person done. They followed the trends, right? But when you're just literally being yourself and letting whatever flow through you, then you create authentic, cool things. And another thing that people were doing here was prioritizing community. Even Adobe, they prioritize community over everything. They put so much effort into giving us a good time at Adobe because they know we're going to spread their tools, we're going to spread the message, we're going to tell people about what's going on with them, because I feel like community is what people they want. People strive to like connect with others. It's just human nature to like want more human connection. So I feel like if you guys are struggling with like trying to figure out what to do next, just hone in on your community. And I can talk for myself. I know that I wasn't using my creativity enough. I can be way more creative in the work that I do and spend more time trying to explain what it is that's in my head. For example, it was a speech that Johnny gave. Johnny is somebody that I followed for a long time. He makes these cool map animations and explainer videos, but he said in his talk that he just simply demonstrates and shows people what he's talking about. Either that is through putting a map down on the ground, either that's just like little drawings, or that's just like putting dotted lines and connecting them so you can visually see what he's explaining. And just by doing that, it's easy to follow along. And by making things easy to follow along, it makes things easy for people to digest. And if they can digest it, they can go ahead and apply it. And the more people apply what you teach them, the more power you have. Just like when you have a baby, if you have a 2-year-old kid, right? And you've taught him how to tie his shoes, and you taught him how to, I don't know, maybe walk a certain way or whatever. He has learned so many things from you over time, or she has learned so many things from you over time, that you become like the mentor, you become the person that they look up to, you become their idol. So I feel like if you're trying to search for a way to connect with your audience, just teach them a certain thing, make it very, very simple, and also prioritize your community.